It is time. We are here at the Glen, Watkins Glen International, as we are set and ready to go racing for 23 laps in our second and final road course event of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, one and all, I welcome you to Viagra Cup 22. With this being a road course event, it will be officiated differently, pretty much exactly how it was at our first road course event of the season at Autumn Hill. Caution flags will be turned off for this event. However, yours truly can waive the caution pretty much any given point throughout the event. So, if we have a little 1 to 2 car melee that does not warrant caution, caution will not come out. But if we have a massive pileup that blocks the track and 10 or 12 drivers or more are involved, that is when the caution flag will come out and we'll bunch everything back up and go from there. If the racing does get strung out at the front and we do not have a caution flag before 2 laps to go, I will throw the caution flag and we'll essentially have a green, white, checkered finish to determine this event. Now, we did not have to do any of this at Autumn Hill because everything ran very smoothly, even though we had a few hiccups here and there. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that will be the case once again here today at the Glen. The magic number after this event is 3. We are down to 3 more races until we lock in the championship eliminator contenders. And for now, the 5th event in a row, we have a new points leader at the top, and well, he has known what the top of the points has been like all season long because he's been there ever since the beginning. He's back on top once again. Cody Lamas finished 3rd in Pocono, gained a spot back up to now the points leader yet again. Desiree Boyles, another amazing effort for her. She finished 7th in Pocono. She is back up to 2nd in the points. And Tim Walsh, so close to capturing his 2nd win. He vaulted back up to 3rd after the runner-up finish. Once again, that top 3 get the bye once the championship eliminator begins just 3 races from now. Austin LaPlante fell from the points lead down to 4th, but he is only 14 points behind Cody. And there you can see in the 5th spot, gaining 10 positions after winning at Pocono, Eric Sadler. That was his 2nd win of the season, of course, and won back at Michigan. Fended off Tim Walsh and Cody Lamas to get the dub for the 2nd time. And that's how massive a win is at this stage, ladies and germs. 10 spots he gained. Now, he did also lead the most laps, or he tied for leading the most laps with James McLeod. They both did 12 apiece, so that's 2 extra bonus points. So that is how massive a win can be at this stage in the game. We're heading down the closing stretch of the regular season. Levi McIntyre, he was able to gain a spot up to 6th. Anthony McQuarrie fell down 3 spots to 7th. Alley gaining 2 more spots there in the 8th spot. Matt McIntyre, I've coined him Matty Ice, cool nickname. Unfortunately, the ice might be melting underneath of him because once again, just a couple events ago, he was the points leader. And now here he is. He finds himself 9th in the points, only 3 points above 10th. And we have a tie for the 10th spot right here and right now. Emmanuel Hartnett and RJ Bishop. Of course, RJ Bishop, the winner at Autumn Hill, trying to sweep the road courses here this season. I don't know why it gives Emmanuel the tiebreaker on the graphic, even though RJ has the win and Emmanuel doesn't. I'm not really sure what the what score 4 is thinking there with that tiebreaker that has Emmanuel in the top 10. Now, something I have been kind of thinking about, since we do have this scenario here, is what happens if we have ties in the points? Well, I might be cooking up a little bit something that could potentially be a fun tiebreaker in case we have something like this at the conclusion of the 25th event. Stay tuned for more details. I'll probably reveal those details in the Viagra Cup Discord, which you can join. The link to it is down below in the description. And yeah, Carlos Zimmerman was back in the top 10 for one event and then fell down 8 spots. Talking about riding a roller coaster, he has certainly been on one as of late. Yet again, here's a look at what the championship eliminator looks like heading into this event. Cody Desiree Tim with those buys. Austin LaPlante there, the fourth driver, with a massive advantage though over Eric Sadler. 28 points, which is huge. 28 positions on the racetrack. There you can see from 5th all the way down to 10th, it is TIT tight. Only separated 13 points. And now we head to the field as they are heading into turn 6. I'm gonna get turn 7. And starting on the pole, it is his first career Viagra Cup pole. It's a well-timed one indeed. The driver of the number 45 machine for the Petty Group currently sits right now 22nd in the standings, getting a very good finish, or maybe even potentially going to victory lane here today could net him a good amount of positions, depending on where everyone else around him in the standings finish. Driver the number 45, Mr. NNSCRA himself, Seth Cole. And to his outside, he just won one event ago, and is backing it up with an elite qualifying effort here today, driving the number 20 Home Depot Chevy for Joe Gibbs. 5th in the points, going for his 3rd race win of the season and back-to-back, which hasn't been done since Cody did it to start off the season, Eric Sadler. And then starting in row number 2 in the 3rd spot, he is the driver that is ahead of Eric Sadler in the points. Once again, by 28 is the margin. Starting 3rd here today, was the points leader heading into Pocono, fell down to 4th, trying to rebound and trying to get his first career Viagra Cup win. It is Austin LaPlante. And then, as we mentioned earlier, the winner from Autumn Hill currently sits tied with Emmanuel Hartnett for 10th spot in the points, going for the road course sweep. And starting 4th here today, driver of the number 40 Silver Bullet Coors Light Dodge, it is RJ Bishop. Track position is going to be huge here at Watkins Glen. It's already tough enough to pass as is, so starting up at the front, give these guys probably the best odds of going to victory lane, but who knows? It's the freaking Viagra Cup. Anything can happen. And the trouble spots of this particular Watkins Glen course is going to be the exit of turn 7 and the S's. If we see any drama or we see anything unfold, it's most likely going to happen there here today. The stage is set, and we are ready to go racing here at the Glen for 23 laps. Let us have a look at the rest of your 42 car starting lineup. The 22nd event here at the Glen. we go, everyone. The field coming through turn 6 and quickly entering and exiting turn 7 here at the Glen for our second and final road course event of the season. 3 more events left until we clinch our top 10 and settle out the Viagra Cup. Here we go. Seth Cole and Eric Sadler will lead us down the long front stretch. And Viagra Cup 22 at the Glen is underway. Here is going to be a very good spot to pass all event long. Turn 1. Set off into a little stretch here and into the very infamous S's. Oh, you can see some 3 wide action going through here. Hopefully they settle it out. Once again, the S's might present a little bit of trouble here throughout this event. We'll have to wait and see. So coming out of turn 3, heading into the bus stop chicane. Looking like they're getting through. Yeah, you will see the drivers. They do go off in the grass a little bit here. Looks like everyone's getting off throughout a hitch or without a hitch as they head into the carousel. And now Austin LaPlante, he's all over the back bumper here of Seth Cole. So they head down this long stretch and into turn 6 and turn 7 to complete the first lap. Single file pretty much all the way throughout the top 10, which is good to see. And out of turn 7, completing the first lap. And there you can see Seth Cole hits the wall. He is going to lead the lap, but that is going to be a huge storyline throughout the day. Drivers hitting the turn 7 wall. It is going to present a beautiful opportunity to set up passes because of that. Now Eric Sadler, he's in second now, looking for the lead here, heading through the S's. Oh, he got a good run. Oh, Buchanan off the course and hard to the outside wall he goes. Huge damage on the 49 machine. And once again, as I was saying, the pre-race, the S's gonna present some trouble, and we just saw it plain as day to Zach Buchanan there in the 49, and he is dropping off like a rock now. Came across last time in 5th. We'll see how far he drops. Gonna assume probably out of the top 10. Now Sadler still second, LaPlante third, Jovan Anderson 4th, and RJ has slid back to 5th. Here's Buchanan trying to play damage control now. I believe he's back to about 8th spot. And there is the 29 machine of Cody. Coming across the Kimberly. Oh, Seth Cole just hit the wall a ton off turn 7. And now here comes Sadler. Side by side heading into turn 1. This is a crazy battle here for the lead. Eric Sadler side by side with Seth Cole heading into the S's. He's going to have the preferred line. He's trying to clear, and he does. Seth, though, trying to fight back. Doesn't look like there's going to be that much aerodynamically damage with this 45 car, more just cosmetic. And now Jovan Anderson to the inside here for second through the bus stop. And he is going to take it away from Seth. Beautiful pass there by the 97. Sends Seth back to 3rd. LaPlante, Bishop, the top 5. And Eric Sadler pulling away with the lead for the time being. We'll see if he can navigate through turn 7 here. First 2 laps, we've seen the leader hit the outside wall. Let's see if it happens yet again here. And he does. That is unreal. Sadler just hit the wall. Jovan peeks to the right, and so does Seth. He's gonna make it 3 wide, heading into turn 1 for the lead. But Jovan through the middle. Oh man, they got really close there between him and Seth. Sadler now back to 3rd after that as Jovan Anderson goes to the lead. And the top 5 have broken away here a good bit. Oh no, Sanford with damage. Charles Jackson coming into pit 2. Something happened. Once again, you will see on your screen here, picture in picture, just like what we did at Autumn Hill, all of the incidents that happen in order to save time. And Charles Sanford with a lot of left side damage here. I'm wondering where that happened. It might have been, we might see skid marks here coming up on the track shortly. It probably happened in the S's, if I were to guess correctly. We'll have to wait and see. Now Jovan love taps that wall. And now Seth gets a good run on him here down the front stretch. And now he goes to the inside. RJ is here in third spot for that number 40 machine. LaPlante and Sadler battling for fourth. Jack Mitchell, James McLeod here. Buchanan still with a ton of right side damage. Kyle Matthews, Nathan Hudson, that is your top 10. Cody's fallen back to 11th now for that number 29 machine. And now up front, Seth Cole still with the lead, but he has got RJ all over his back bumper and Joven to the inside. Now he clears through the chicane, and now the 40 goes to second spot. Sadler gets a good run off of LaPlante, who's trying to fight off for the fourth spot there, as now Joven goes back to third. And this Watkins Glen course, exciting to say the least, as Seth Cole, with damage and all on the left side, continues to lead. RJ under threat for second here by this 97. And Seth kisses the wall again and loses a lot of momentum again. Here comes Joven, and now here comes RJ Bishop. 3 wide yet again for the lead. This is freaking insane. Still side by side, Joven. Oh, contact. My God. They're still side by side through the S's. What a battle. Joven and RJ Bishop. And now the 40 car. Gonna have the preferred line here heading into the chicane and into the carousel, and he takes the lead. But is it a bad omen, though, to have the lead? We've seen the leader every single lap hit the wall. Let's see, is there any other melees going on, any other accidents? It does not look like it. And they are single file pretty much all the way throughout. But once again, we'll see. Is it going to happen yet again for a 5th straight time? Out of turn 7. RJ Bishop, yes he does! Having the lead here might be a bad omen. And wow, Joven just completely cleared him that time by it. RJ's going to fall back to 3rd, maybe even 4th or 5th here because of that. That is unreal. And now Seth goes back to 2nd. Joven Anderson back to the lead. Do you really want the lead right now? I don't really think you do. You probably want to be in the 2nd or 3rd spot because you're just going to end up hitting the wall. It seems it's happened every lap. Now Seth caught up here to Joven, and it is a scramble from 3rd on back. RJ continuing to drop off big time here. He falls back to 5th spot. About to lose 6 here to McLeod. Unbelievable. Joven, hold your breath here. Coming through turn 6, now to turn 7. We'll see if the leader hits the wall once again here. And he does, and Seth does too. Didn't hit it as badly as Joven did, but he did. Seth hit it like 3 times now. But Joven didn't lose much momentum because of that, probably because Seth also hit the wall too. But that has brought Austin LaPlante back up here. He's got a little bit closer now. It's the back end of the 45. And they're only side by side back there. But I see between Nathan Hudson and Collard. So these two got taken out at Pocono. Now they're racing side by side here for the top 10. It is a freight train here at the front. These guys maybe just trying to settle down a little bit after this intense battling we've been seeing early on throughout this 23 lapper here at the Glen. Austin LaPlante getting a little bit impatient here. And he is all over the back bumper of Seth Cole's ahead into turn 6. All right, we'll see it. Joven Anderson right here. Is he gonna hit the wall for turn 7? Yep. And now he's got a lot of damage. And now here comes LaPlante to the inside of Seth. This is for 2nd. I'm surprised he did not lose that much momentum. And now LaPlante to 2nd. Now he's going to have a good run here off of turn 1. And he takes the lead. Austin LaPlante goes to the lead. Fell back 3 spots after Pocono. Got caught up in that massive incident in turn 2. And now he takes the lead here on lap 9. RJ trying to fight back here. Battling with 3rd here for Seth, or with Seth. And Eric Sadler right behind him in the number 20 machine. And it looks like Seth gonna get a good run here off of the chicane into the carousel. So side by side here with Eric as they head down this long stretch and into turn 6. And now RJ Bishop to the inside here of Joven. And Joven shuts the door on him. We'll see will LaPlante hit the wall here. I can probably bet your money that he will. Here they come. He barely did. Probably the best we've seen any leader not do it, hitting the wall. Excellent job there by the 48. And now Sadler to the inside here for third underneath RJ Bishop. There's Sanford. Oh, Michael Norman's way off the pace here as he hits the wall. And it looks like, yes, the only driver so far out is indeed Sanford. Jackson is a lap down, so the Charles is not having good runs at all. As LaPlante with Joven now all over his back bumper. Sadler has gone up to third here. RJ now losing spots again. He's back to fifth because Seth Cole just passed him in the chicane. And now LaPlante trying to fend off that 97's getting a really good run. I thought Joven was going to peek a nose underneath of him. He might here. He is nose to tail on that 48 machine, hoping that he messes up here in the corner. We'll see. Oh, he did! He messed up the corner, and now Joven Anderson. Oh, he didn't get a good enough run, though. He might have also hit the wall, too, I think, and that's going to catch Eric Sadler back up to him. My God almighty. That turn, that is going to determine who wins and who loses this race here today. I guarantee you it. As LaPlante continues to lead. Let's check up here on championship contenders quickly. McCrory 38, Desiree 37th spot. Here's Levi McIntyre, he's back in 36. Matt McIntyre, Zimmerman, damn, a lot of championship contenders are here at the back. Almost half of them are here at the back, which is crazy. And I told you at the top, track position, uber important here. Tim Walsh up to 18th. Let's see where Cody's at. The points leader is still in 11th spot. And Sadler once again been battling here at the front all event long in third, and LaPlante the leader. Well, he might have just barely kissed the wall there. And now here comes the 20. Gonna get a good run here heading into turn 1. And he is side by side with Joven. Still side by side here. LaPlante's loving this. It's going to help him increase that lead. And now Sadler clears. But now Joven thought about trying the crossover there, but he thought better of it. And now Sadler back to the point. And now he got a really good run there off of, I think that's turn 4. Peeked a nose underneath saying, hello, Mr. LaPlante. I am here. I'm all over your back bumper. And once again, these two, 4th and 5th in the points, separated by 28 points. Which is not great for Sadler. Obviously, that's 28 positions on the track. Well, he's behind him. And this time by, we're coming to get the halfway point of this event. LaPlante did a good job there off of the final corner. Gonna continue with the lead here. They're side by side. James McLeod in the top 5 now in that 19 machine. As RJ underneath of him. Look at that damage on the 97. He has hit that wall a ton. I know Seth has as well in the 45 machine. And now here we go, side by side, in contact through the S's. Eric Sadler and Austin LaPlante. Oh, baby, they are still neck and neck, side by side here. Heading into the chicane, LaPlante pulls ahead ever so slightly, or does he? I don't think he does. He lifts up and gives Sadler the position, and he goes back through to the lead. Joven's caught up here, Seth and everyone else. They are lurking. Eric Sadler, with a brilliant run through the S's, makes the pass at the exit of the chicane and takes the lead back from the 48 machine. And very quickly here, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take a quick pause. We'll pause really quickly here. I need to do something really quick that I forgot to do pre-race. One sec. Apologies for that. We're back. RJ Bishop going to the inside of Seth Cole there. That is for 4th spot. The top 3 are here. All nose to tail. RJ's going to clear. Now here comes LaPlante back, and they make contact again. What a battle between Sadler and LaPlante. But Sadler keeps enough momentum going out of the S's, and now here comes Joven. That really hurt that 48 car. And Joven thought he was going to have a good run. And he does not. He's still back in 3rd. Man, oh man, the 20 and the 48 are going at it. So once again, Michael Norman, Charles Jackson, way off the pace, and Jackson's on the front stretch. The leaders are about to enter turn 6. Well, the DQ feature could potentially see it rear its ugly head once again. And now look at this, RJ Bishop. He has passed, he is in the 3rd. Sadler just hit the wall. Joven dropped off big time there, trying to regain the position down the front stretch. And now Austin LaPlante to the inside for the lead. And Jack Mitchell makes it 3 wide for, I think, yeah, for 4th spot. Oh my goodness, what a battle. Oh, Sadler and LaPlante again make contact through the S's. They're still side by side here for 1st and 3rd. My goodness. Can LaPlante finally make the pass through the chicane? And it looks like he will. LaPlante through to the lead again. Joven and RJ still battling for the 3rd spot. Down the stretch, Sadler trying to get him back, trying to get him into that outside wall off of turn 7. We'll see if it happens here. Man, Sadler is all over the back end. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, he kissed it a little bit. Give it just a little smooch. That's going to help Sadler get to the inside here, heading into turn 1. 8 laps to go here at the Glen. And now Sadler. LaPlante's fighting back here. He's not clear yet through the S's. And it looks like he might get him here. No, LaPlante's still fighting back. And now Sadler, I think he's got it here. That's going to help Joven catch up to these two again. And now LaPlante goes back behind the 20. Trying to get him back here. RJ, Jack Mitchell here in the top 5. Seth Cole, McLeod, Kyle Matthews, Zach Buchanan, and there is the 29 machine in the top 10. As we approach the lighter stages of this event. Now it's Sadler's turn. Will he hit the wall off of turn 7 here? Barely. And here comes LaPlante again. Side by side, heading into the corner. Man, these two have been side by side just about damn near every lap. The last 7 or 8 laps, and now here comes RJ again. Still side by side. LaPlante now. Sadler fights back on the outside. I mean, this is freaking nuts. This is amazing racing here at the Glen through the S's. They're going to be side by side going into the bus stop. But LaPlante's going to have the advantage, and he does, and he completes the pass. Sadler back to 2nd again. RJ. Oh, Joven got a really good exit there off of the bus stop, and he's still side by side here with the 40. These 4 drivers are giving it their all and not giving anything to one another here. As they come off of turn 6 and into turn 7 here, coming to get 6 to go. LaPlante into the wall there. Joven might have hit it too. Here comes that 20 car again. Are y'all getting sick of it? These two are. This is an amazing battle for the lead. No one can get a good, clear advantage. And Sadler now through the S's. LaPlante fights back, but he is going to have that preferred line going into the bus stop. Here comes RJ back into the frame here in third. He's trying to take second away from LaPlante, and he will. The 40 goes back to second spot, and he is trying to win his second event and sweep the road courses here. But this man out front trying to go back to back, and he's trying to win his third event of the season, which he would lead all drivers. Of course, Cody and Desiree have had 2 wins since the 8th event of the season. And now Sadler joined him at Pocono. Now he's trying to be the top dog. And now he's pulled away here a little bit because RJ lost a little momentum through 6 and 7. Haha. But now he is firmly back into second. With Joven now in third. LaPlante's back to fourth now. Definitely do not want to see that. Seth and Jack Mitchell here battling. Let's see once again. Yep, still Charles and still Michael Norman, the only 2 off the pace. It's looking like we're going to be clean and green for the rest of this one. As we are now at 5, pretty much 4.5 laps to go. Sadler through the carousel. His butt cheeks are clenching though. Oh boy, here we go. They're about to catch Charles. They are about to catch Charles. And, well, we're just going to do this here very quickly. Pausing the action. Once again, in order to preserve. And once again, Charles has been off the pace the entirety of the event. In order to preserve this phenomenal racing we've been seeing all event long, the DQ feature has been brought out for the number 41 machine of Charles Jackson. And he will finish in the 41st spot here today. And I did it before they entered the pit stops. Let's go. Yeah. Which I did not do at Pocono, and that's resulted in that absolutely massive wreck. As now, Eric Sadler still with the lead. RJ second. Joven's here third. LaPlante fourth. And Jack Mitchell, McLeod, they're single file all the way pretty much throughout the top 15 or so. For now, we'll wait and see. It's going to get chaotic here again shortly. Through the S's and now onto this long stretch heading into the chicane. Can RJ Bishop time up the move perfectly? Can Eric Sadler avoid hitting the wall off of turn 7? So many questions are about to be answered in due time. Sadler has about a half a car length lead here, coming to get 3 to go this time by. No pit stops will not play a factor in this one. A tank of gas gets about 40 or so laps here. So we're good to go. No fuel strategy in this one. Through the final corner, Sadler. I don't think he hit it. Good job. Now Joven Anderson getting a run here down the stretch and into turn 1. For second place goes the 97 machine. That's going to help Sadler out big time here. Look at the run he got through the S's. He's now pulled ahead by about a car length and a half or so. RJ back to third. Does anyone have anything for this number 20 machine? Seth Cole goes to the inside. He's side by side with McLeod, but now he goes back in line. Back for about 6 or 7 spot. Now Joven trying to haul and reel in that number 20 machine out of the carousel, coming to get 2 laps to go here at the Glen this time by. Will we see that 20 car hit the wall? Can the 97 pounce and take advantage of it? Here we go. And he did. Oh, he kind of did. But he's going to get a run anyways. Here comes Joven Anderson to the inside of Eric Sadler, heading into turn 1. And now LaPlante pulls out for third. What a battle here with 2 to go at the Glen. Side by side, where they have been all event long. Joven Anderson, Eric Sadler, through the S's. Still neck and neck. LaPlante and Bishop also neck and neck as well, with Jack Mitchell there in 5th. Joven trying to clear in the bus stop, and it looks like he will. Joven Anderson takes the lead away from the 20 machine. And now RJ Bishop, he's trying to fight back here. Nearly contact between him and Austin the Plant. This time by, we're getting the white flag. Can Eric Sadler get his get back? He is there. He's all over that back end of the 97 out of turn 7. And no, he didn't hit the wall. It was close, but he didn't. White flag in the air. Eric Sadler now to the inside, heading down the front stretch and into turn 1. Can he do it? Can he go back to back? And can he get win number 3? Joven's fighting back through the S's for the final time. Sadler with the advantage. Now Joven fights back. RJ and the Plant are trying to fight their way back into this here. Side by side. Out of turn 4. Sadler's going to have the advantage though going through the bus stop. He takes the lead again. And he does clear through the carousel for the final time. Eric Sadler can smell victory lane from here. Can Joven get him back though, heading through the final 2 corners? He's gonna have to hope and pray that 20 car hits the wall big time. Here they come through the final 2 corners. Eric Sadler gets through 6 good. Can he get through this corner good? It looks like he will. Joven going to the inside though, it's not gonna be enough. Eric Sadler becomes the first driver to win 3 events. And he goes back to back. Viagra Cup 21 and now Viagra Cup 22 here at the Glen. And man, he is turning it on just like Tony Stewart did all those years ago when he had a crazy run through the chase and won like 5 races. Eric Sadler is on one of those heaters here. Gets it done again. What a performance. What a freaking event. The battle for the lead was amazing all event long. It once again came down to that final corner. It came down to the S's that determined it. As Eric Sadler made the pass underneath Joven Anderson as they crossed the white flag and headed into turn 1, and he got the job done and fended him off. Excellent effort though by this 97 team. Gonna be a huge point stay for him as well. But it's gonna be an even more massive point stay for this number 20 machine. Once again, he fell out the top 10 after Daytona. He was involved in a wreck, the only wreck at Daytona. He follows that up with going back to back. Him and Cody are the only ones that can lay claim to that. But Eric Sadler is the only one that can lay claim to winning 3 races this season. How about that? What a job. What a performance by this number 40 team. Hats off to everyone. We were clean and green for the most part. Of course, we had that little snafu earlier with the Charleses. Once again, y'all seen that on your screen in picture. And there it is, y'all. History made again. Eric Sadler going to victory lane yet again for his 3rd event of the season. And man, he has picked a very good time to get hot as we are winding down the races of the regular season, heading in to our 5-race championship eliminator. Joven, hats off to him. Great effort there. Was not able to get back at Sadler there. Maybe if he had one more lap, he could have. But he comes home in 2nd. RJ, well, he started 4th. Only basically netted 1 position on the track. But he's here, y'all. And he's back. Once again, before the All-Star race. Miserable stretch of runs. And now here he is. He almost sweeps the road course events here this season. Comes home in 3rd. And he will firmly be in the top 10. And he might very well be a championship contender in 3 races time. We'll have to wait and see. Austin the Plant, big time rebound for that 48 machine, finishes in 4th. Seth Cole, pole sitter, finishes 5th. Jack Mitchell, 6th. James McLeod, another solid run for that 19 machine in 7th. Kyle Matthews 8th. Cody ended up finishing in 9th. And Zach Buchanan rounds out the top 10. Damn. Other contender, wow. Really the only, Sadler and LaPlante, and obviously Cody, the points leader. That's going to be a good points day yet again. That number 29 machine, he should still have that points lead. Over half of the Eliminator contenders are finishing outside almost the top 30, it seems like. Tim Walsh, nothing race for him. He finishes in 20th. There's Allie. She finished 23rd. Hartnett's 24th, but obviously now they were tied, him and Bishop, for 10th in the points. But now obviously Bishop is going to easily break that with the 24th place run by Hartnett. And here are the rest of the results. Desiree was only able to get up to 33rd, Levi 34th, McCrory 36th. Damn, and then Matt McIntyre too. The ice he is on the thinnest ice possible now. Is that number 0 machine? My goodness. McCrory, he could potentially fall out of the top 10 after this as well. And he was the points leader not too long ago. My goodness. And then Zimmerman, his bad fortunes continue as well. And there you can see both the Charles, 41st and 42nd here today. Well, there it is, y'all. Back-to-back, 3rd win of the season for the number 20 machine of Eric Sadler. What a performance. What a job done by him. Of course, one at Michigan, one at Pocono, and then here today at the Glen. 3 very different tracks, 3 very difficult tracks, and he conquered them all here this season. As usual, I will present to you guys the official results of this race once again with the points that you scored from it, as well as the updated point standings and the championship eliminator standings as they run after the conclusion of this 22nd event. If you guys want to join the Viagra Cup Discord, once again, the link to that is down below in the description. It is free to join. And the next time we go racing, Viagra Cup 23. Done a little shuffling around with some tracks here. We were originally going to go to Dover. Then that changed. We were going to go back to Darlington for the second time. And that has changed once again. It's kind of cool how I don't really reveal the schedule to you guys because I can change things on a whim. And we've done that once again. Heading into our 23rd event. This track was originally scheduled this season, but it got replaced by the classic configuration of Atlanta. And it took many, many, many tracks, and we finally found one that was really good. Ladies and gentlemen, Viagra Cup 23 will emanate from the Paperclip in Martinsville, Virginia. Get ready to get your rage hats on. You'll be seeing red because enemies are going to be made aplenty. As we now, once again, 3 events away from locking in the championship eliminator contenders and determining who will carry and who will hold the Viagra Cup. Viagra Cup 23 from the Paperclip of Martinsville Speedway. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was an excellent race here at the Glen, and we will see you at the Paperclip in Martinsville. I'm out. Peace.